Now he just doesn't watch only baseball. And this is why I wanted to talk to him, because now that the season is over, we only have one more tournament or two more tournaments to talk about before we can choose a winner. I wanted to talk about a Balon d'Or winner, William, and I wanted to see before we can call it a robbery, right? I'm gonna give you the four options with Mbappe being number 5, which I don't even want to put in there because he didn't really do nothing but goals. But before you can call this a robbery, if they choose someone else other than Dembele, we have Lamine Yamal, who basically he got the La Liga champion. He was a La Liga MVP. Yeah. He had his 32 goals, games and assists. Wait, I'm not. What's it called? He went to the semifinal. He has Copa del Rey, La Supercopa, and there might be a chance that if he beats France, he goes on to win on the Nations League, right? So that would be to Lamine Yamal's resume. I forgot how many goals. I honestly forgot to write it down here. But then you also have the number 3rd option for me, which is Rafinha. Same thing, Supercopa, Copa del Rey, La Liga. And he also has 48 goals in assists, which outbeats Dembele, and what's his fucking name? Dembele by 3 goals in assists. He's doing it in a stronger league than the French league. He also went to the semifinal. He did not win the Champions League. He was not MVP in anything, something that Lamine Yamal has. We have my number 4th option for me, which was Salah, which Liverpool won the league. He also tied with the most goals and assists for Salah. He also ended up with 57 goals and assists, and he got the Premier League Player of the Year. And of course, you got Mbappe, who scored like 50 goals or something like that with goals and assists. And then, of course, we have Dembele, who has 45 goals and assists. He won the French league. He won the basically a treble, which in this case, like, you know, has the Premier, the UCL, and the FA Cup. Well, I forgot what the French Cup is called. Yeah. So we'll just call it the French Cup, right? So he won the French league. He won the French Cup. He won the what's it called? The UCL. He has a chance to win the Nations League as well. And he has a chance to win the World Cup Club tournament. The first year they're going to do it, his team is there. Something that Lamine Yamal's team, Barcelona, is not in there. So he's going to play in the Nations League. So that's where I would say if Spain were to win the Nations League, which already Cristiano Ronaldo beat, they won that against Germany. And as of right now that we recorded this, they're going to play France. So I don't know if Dembele is going to score. I don't know if Lamine Yamal scored. I don't know who won. But let's just say they beat France and then they go on to beat Portugal. I say Lamine Yamal has a strong case to also win Balon d'Or. I don't know what's your opinion or take on that, William. So go ahead. What is your opinion on who should win Balon d'Or on your personal taste? And wait, before people get crazy, William is a Liverpool fan. So if he chooses Salah, you understand why. He's being biased.
But I mean, there's no other choice but Salah. I'm just kidding. No. So here's the thing, you know, it's like you can't be Balon d'Or if you're not the best player on your team. Rafinha was considered better than Yamal for the season because of his contribute goals and whatever, you know. And don't get me wrong, fucking Barcelona had a splendid season. They lost eventually to a team that didn't even win the Champions. Can you picture that?
It's crazy because I'm like, you go on and score 6 goals on Barcelona, but then somehow you completely shit the bed and lose by 5 goals. Where was Inter Milan? Like, how come we couldn't play that? Well, I'm a Barcelona fan, right? So how come we couldn't play that fucking Inter Milan? Where the fuck were you guys? So sorry, keep on going.
It's that simple. Can you imagine losing to a team that got thrashed 5-0? Can you just picture that for a Barcelona fan? Like, I mean, come on now. At least Liverpool lost to the champions, you know. So when it comes down to it, Rafinha was considered to be it had Barca won champions, it was going to go towards Rafinha. If you think about it, that people were talking about Rafinha. People were talking Salah, Rafinha, Dembele, Yamal. Yes. Eventually, Salah got eliminated from champions. So now you had to, he got eliminated. Rafinha up top. Dembele, Salah third, and then obviously Barca got eliminated. Okay, well, that happens. Well, that being said, Rafinha's clear-cut favorite over Yamin Yamal. Now, just because he wins the Nations League, if he wins it, don't get me wrong, when it comes to the Nations League, I'm like, yeah, I get it. It's a FIFA official tournament, but really, does it count? I mean, yes, I get it. It counts, but does it count? Americans count it because they win it all the time, but does it count? People are saying, oh, Ronaldo won his first. Yeah, that was okay, but Ronaldo won his Euro and his Nations League, I think. But they prefer the Euro 100% more over the Nations League anywhere else except for the United States, because I'm pretty sure FIFA made it only for the United States for the money. But with that being said, Dembele hands down should win Balon d'Or. Now, if it comes to that, if it came down to actually the player's individual play, it should be Rafinha. Don't get me wrong, I love Salah, obviously, but it should be Rafinha. But if they're gonna count the trophies and they did this and they won the treble and all this crap, then yeah, it's gonna go to Dembele. It's that simple.
And they do put a lot of emphasis on the trophies that you win, right? That's why when you look at all the ones that Messi have won, even though there's a lot of people complain that he won too many of them, they robbed this, they robbed that. Is like the thing is that, like, for instance, when he robbed Xavi or Iniesta, right? Because those guys won the World Cup. The thing is, I'm like, Iniesta on the World Cup, if I recall, he didn't really play the first two games or something. He was injured. Like, he was not the guy. And then when it came to the final goal contra Holanda, it wasn't even him who scored it. Xavi was never the guy in Barcelona. I'm like, it was always Messi who did everything.
Right.
It ran through Messi. And that's what people tend to forget. I'm like, yes, you can be the guy and you can win all the awards, but if you're not the guy, no one's gonna pay attention to you. When it comes to to PSG, yes, it was Dembele. He was the fucking guy, right? I'm like, this is the thing though. I'm like, Rafinha outplayed you at the UCL. Not only did he do more assists, he actually outscored you as well in the UCL with less games. Dije, pero ganó trophy, right? Dembele won it. He was the second guy who did the most goals. He's the MVP of the UCL. Freaking Rafinha would be the golden boot of the UCL. So, and he shared it with someone else, with another, I forgot with what player. I think he plays with PSV or something like that. Él también metió muchos goles. So that's when you start looking at this like me as a Barcelona fan, I'm like, the only way that I can give it to Lamine Yamal is if he does win the Nations League. I'm like, and because he would beat France, which Dembele is in there. Like, so that's like, oh, okay. Like, Lamine would be the guy, Dembele is the guy. They both show it in the fucking team. Lamine is younger, so you have to put all that into perspective. Now, I'm not giving a lot of shit on Dembele because people are going to say, well, you hate him because he didn't do shit for Barcelona. It ain't that. I'm just putting into an aspect where if you gave it to me, the reason I can't give it to Rafinha is because, one, you didn't win the UCL and you didn't do shit in Copa America. So I can't give it to you. Well, my bad. In Copa America was even from last year. So even right now that there's been no tournaments, sorry, but you don't have nothing con la selección. So all you did was just basically home, in your home, right? And in España. And you did great. And you also did your goles acá en UCL. But if we have to go with trophies, I do have to give it to Dembele. And the only way you have to remove it from Dembele is if Lamine Yamal wins it. Now, let's say Lamine Yamal wins the Nations League, but then in the Club World Cup, Dembele wins with PSG. There's no fucking way you cannot give him that trophy. Because now he has a quadruplet. Or a quadruple, whatever you want to call that shit.
I want to say they already have the quad.
They have a quad, but it's local.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, the three local and the one,
So for instance, like Barcelona it's a treble. They're a treble. It's just that they needed that UCL to make it an official treble. So they have the Supercopa, they have the Copa del Rey, and they have La Liga. So they won 3 trophies.
Okay, yeah, domestic treble, yeah.
So yes, but the original treble is the UCL, so you have to remove that Supercopa.
Right.
So because now this is a worldwide tournament, La Copa de Mundial de Clubes. So technically, that's more important than your Supercopa. Unless they were to bring a team or to choose Lamine Yamal, hey, come come play for us, which we're already a week away. So I don't even think it's gonna fucking happen. But if a team were to bring Lamine Yamal and Lamine Yamal becomes the MVP of that tournament, winning with that team, I think you have a good chance. Give me a second. So that being said, like if Lamine Yamal were, that's the only other way that if Lamine Yamal were to enter another team, he becomes the MVP of the season. He wins the Nations League. Then of course that only helps Lamine Yamal. But me personally, Dembele between Dembele and Lamine, you have to give it to Dembele. And because of Rafinha, he did not win that UCL. He doesn't have no other opportunities to win more. So you have to give it to Dembele. I'm like I said, the only way that I don't see it as a robbery is if Lamine Yamal does win that Nations League by beating France and then beating Portugal that beat Germany. And then I would say no, it's not really a robbery. But if France beats them and France wins Nations League, you bet your ass it's a robbery if they don't give it to Dembele. Hands down, it would be a robbery.
I mean, yeah, 100%. I mean, you want to give it to Yamal, why? Because he's the talk of the town right now. He's 17 and doing what he does.
Yeah, and there's people that even said, "Oh, what's his name? El de PSG, el pinche mocoso de 20 años, Duarte."
No, I have no idea.
Some shit, some weird ass name. They're saying, "Oh, he outplayed Lamine Yamal in the UC." I'm like, no, he didn't. I'm like, Lamine Yamal has the same amount of goals and assists with less games, and he was the fucking guy in his team with Rafinha. I'm like, you're not gonna tell me that the other fool was a guy for PSG. There's no fucking way.
Right.
Yes, he showed up in the final by scoring 2 goals, but that was already a fucking defeated Inter Milan that was losing so fucking much. So no, I'm not gonna come on, don't do that, guy. And then one guy's 18, getting Balon d'Or votes. The other guy's a fucking 20-year-old.
Yeah, basically. I mean, paying for a farmers league, but it's. I'll put it this, for something else. Same topic, different team. I'm calling it now, a year in advance. Real Madrid does not win champions next year. No, that's simple. They're gonna get cursed because they got the Mbappe. He left PSG to win his trophy and he lost it, and now PSG won it all because Luis Enrique is just a fucking beautiful coach that knows football like fuck, And then now they signed Trent Alexander-Arnold because he wants to win trophies. Well, guess what? Fuck you, Arnold. We're about to not let you win it. So
if because I've been hearing rumors, and if it's true, prepárense. If Haaland goes to Barcelona, you can wrap it up, bro. Because basically, Haaland is a younger Lewandowski.
Oh yeah, I know that. Is it gonna happen? No. I mean, he's still with City.
The other talks is on Julian Alvarez, that they want to sign Julian Alvarez. And don't get me wrong, I think he's a little bit overhyped. I believe the kid is good, but I don't think he's amazing how some people talk, right? So I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I'd rather have a Haaland. I'm like, because he's big. We want those fucking centros, Julian is chaparrito.
Haaland, the thing with the difference between Julian and Haaland is Haaland has done it in where? In Germany, I believe.
Yes,
Germany. He's done it in England. So it's like he's proven that he's good. Julian Alvarez has proven what? Not even top goal scorer for his league. Don't get me wrong, I love Julian Alvarez. I fucking love him with Argentina in the World Cup. But I'm sorry, buddy, you've proven nothing yet. You're a great striker. Don't get me wrong, I'll gladly take him over Darwin Nunez. 100%, please, just the gods let it happen. But Darwin Nunez, like my boy, I'm sorry, but I'll gladly send you over to AC Milan and give me Santi Jimenez over you any day of the week, because my boy, I'm sorry.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, bro, have you not seen? Go ahead and just go to TikTok or YouTube and Google Darwin Nunez misses. And this season alone, how many open nets he missed?
I mean, okay. That would be another conversation for another day, definitely. Because that was a hot take. Santi over Darwin Nunez. I like Santi. Don't get me fucking wrong, but he hasn't done shit in Italy. They haven't played him, but he hasn't done shit. Now, well, before we end this, are you gonna go see
Nah,
Chelsea versus LAFC.
no. The fuck? LAFC for what? For who?
Because you're from LA, dog.
I'm a Galaxy fan.
And you can go support your brother's team, Chelsea.
I mean, why would I'm a Liverpool fan.
But you're doing it for your brother, so he couldn't see them.
If anything, I'll go see Messi over here when they play, or how they're playing.
They are contra. I forgot who they're playing. Actually.
Porto, is it? I think.
Porto. They're in Porto, Fluminense, or is it Botafogo and Inter Miami and some other team. There's a thing though. I don't think they're gonna make it far, por la razón de que they didn't get any loans. They didn't get no one to help them out.
Who,
Mascherano, yeah, Mascherano.
Bro, you got Messi, you got Suarez, you got who else you got?
No, but they're struggling in the MLS, and they're gonna be struggling against the bigger teams.
They're not even trying, bro. You know this. Messi plays when he wants, bro.
That's true. That's true.
He's the Christian Pulisic.
That's an inside joke, people, but we'll get to it eventually. We'll probably brush it. I know that we're having a hard time finding a schedule, but when we get it, we'll get it.